Guess who's back, ladies and gentlemen? Guess who's back? That's right. We are back at home in the studio. Want to give everybody a special thank you for wishing me well. I had a fantastic trip. It was without words. But this video here, man, is to announce something that if you didn't already know, S.O.L. is dead. The rebuild is over. I'm gonna try to keep this video under 10 minutes, but I just want to express some things that I saw that makes me know that S.O.L. is dead. S.O.L. is something that is more than just a 1-point loss. It's years and decades of heartache, mismanagement, even the NFL and the way they treated us. Those days are over. I have to go back and watch the game. There was a lot of stuff I couldn't see. You saw my seats. Wasn't a bad seat in the house. It really wasn't, but I couldn't see the nitty gritty, the nitpicky stuff. You guys were telling me Jawan Taylor was false starting. If that's the same number 75, if he's the left tackle, then yeah. But I'll watch that on replay. My experience was absolutely great. I thought that SoFi Stadium was an experience, and it is. The stadium is an experience. Chiefs Kingdom, Arrowhead is the entire thing. The fan base is outstanding. The experience is outstanding. I would not trade it for the world. Yesterday, nobody gave us a chance to win this game. We pulled it off. I said it in a video yesterday that 1 point was separating the SOLers from coming back. And I know that you're still out there. I know it's difficult to let it go, but you got to. You got to let it go. This team did something that they don't do. Earlier in the game, there was a 3rd down and 17 or something turned into a touchdown. Yeah, it happens. But when they needed to make a stop, they made a stop. It's time to retire S.O.L. The rebuild is over. Our Detroit Lions went into Arrowhead and knocked off the Kansas City Chiefs. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Poole, sent me a tweet. And it says something like, Dan Campbell is the first NFC head coach to go into Arrowhead and win a game in the Patrick Mahomes era. There are so many firsts. Remember how we talked about what this year could be, how many firsts it could be. We're 1 step closer to winning the division, the NFC North first. We host Ford Field's first playoff game first. We win a playoff game first time in over 35 years first. Now we have a long way to go. We do. But this is a step in the right direction. Our defense did something that they weren't known for doing last year at the beginning of the season. The Detroit Lions are 9 of their last 11. They're 9-2. That's what their record is. I was driving back and I was thinking about, what am I going to talk about? And it dawned on me. And I'm going to talk to all the fan base. You watch this video, whether it's 1:39 in the morning or it's 1:39 in the afternoon. When you watch this video, I want you to think about this. S.O.L. is dead. You as a fan base, you have to get rid of it. You have to take it out. Take it out back and put it down. The past 2 years have been miserable mostly. The past half a year has been outstanding. I want you to think about, winning feels good, right? It feels, the drive home was so much better. I'm driving to Kansas City and I'm saying, in 48 hours, I'm either going to come back the happiest dude on the planet, or I'm going to be super disappointed. And as I'm driving, I'm cracking smiles. I'm thinking about how we came out on the right side of things. But this is what I want to say to you. If you're S.O.L, losing sucks, right? You feeling, you get this feeling, you feel it, right? I want you to think about this feeling here when you're talking about tanking. I want you to think about this feeling when you're talking about tanking for a certain player, Jalen Carter, Bryce Young, whoever it is. Losing sucks. If we would have lost yesterday, do you know the narrative? They would have given us an attaboy. They would have patted us on the head. You could do it. You almost had him. Good dog. Sit, Ubu. We would have got an attaboy. Not there. They were a great story. They fell a little short. That's what we would have heard. But instead, we are winners. Now, okay. I saw a lot of people in the comments, oh, this was your Super Bowl, trying to take some of our thunder away. This wasn't our Super Bowl. It felt like it was, but it wasn't. We still have to get there. What this was Patrick Mahomes' first loss in his opening game in his career. It was his first interception. It was us stepping up, making a play when we needed to. It was us beating the refs. So while you're talking about it was our Super Bowl, we're talking about we went to Arrowhead and knocked off the big bad wolf. And if we can box with them, we can box with anybody. Remember how we hung with the Eagles? Remember how we hung with the Bills? So it wasn't our Super Bowl. It was a step in the right direction. It was all of the things I mentioned. It was the same head coach that you mentioned was a meathead. By the way, that's an act he plays to keep y'all dumb behinds thinking that. And when I say y'all, I'm not talking to Lions fans. I'm talking to the people that's outside the room that don't hear anything, that don't know what's really going on. All right. But now I am talking to Lions fans. S.O.L, take it out back, put it down. It's dead. The rebuild, I don't want to hear it. Year 3, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Brian Branch, Cam Sutton, Aiden Hutchinson, James the Problem Houston. They all made a difference yesterday. And by the way, let me show some love to my quarterback, number 16, Jared Matthias Goff. I don't even know if that's his middle name. It's just one I like to put in. Losing sucks. This feeling, I want you to breathe it in, inhale it. I went into the Lions Den. I sat in restaurants. I saw Patrick Mahomes' face everywhere you could turn. It was there. He started to turn into Kermit the Frog. It was everywhere. Winning feels good. Losing sucks. Let's keep it going. Let's win another one and another one. Let's get to 5-0, 6-0. Let's dominate. Let's keep this going. So I say this. I know it's going to be hard. You're talking about decades that you have to undo. But look at what we're saying. Look at what we're saying. If you had any S.O.L tendencies, if there was an ember of S.O.L, you got to let it go. Last night should have extinguished any flames of S.O.L. Even if we would have lost, I wouldn't have felt like that. I would have, you know what I thought? I was like, man, here they come. When Marvin Jones fumbled, I was sick. That turned into 7 points. Instead of us being up 7-14, they were up 7-14. But I want to say this before I get out of here. I had a lot of time to drive and think about this. Our Detroit Lions did something that they don't do, and this is why you gotta get rid of S.O.L. They turned the ball over, created, that was a 7-point swing, right? Or 14-point swing, whatever it was. Do you realize that the Lions, from that point on, they held the Kansas City Chiefs to 2 field goals, while they went and scored 2 touchdowns. Once the fumble put them up 7, Brian Branch even the score. Literally even the score. And he's a whole nother story that we can do a whole nother video about. But we're over our time. And then when they had to get one to count, they did it. Okay. On top of that, the defense stepped up, made a play, and the offense sealed the game. A complete game. Yes, a lot of stuff to clean up. A lot of stuff. That's what happens when you don't play for 6 months. But I'm asking you, as a fellow former S.O.L client, let it go. Be happy. Be excited. It's okay to let yourself be excited. I'm where you were. I was there. I'm talking from experience. It's okay. Things feel different because they are different. We felt the let us up and drop us down. We felt it, but if you look deep inside, if you let yourself feel, you know what I'm telling you is the truth. This doesn't even feel S.O.L-ish. Through Calvin Johnson, Matthew Stafford, and everyone else leading up to this new regime, S.O.L is dead. You got to let it go. With that being said, thank you for everyone I met out there. Wonderful. If I met you, please put it in the comment section. If you have a Twitter, DM me. I would like to keep in touch and chop it up. Thank you to everybody who made this trip such a fantastic trip. And I just got to say one thing before we get out of here. I know I said that already, but this is kind of a big deal. You got to rock with me. It was loud. It was loud in Arrowhead. Tough place to play. But our fans were there. When the Chiefs had the ball, Let's Go Lions is ingrained in my head because we were making a ton of noise. It was a lot of blue there. Tons. And I know they had to be impressed. Dan Campbell said something after his press conference, who he was genuinely thankful that we came. And that's the icing on the cake to the death of S.O.L. I told y'all at the end of last year, we not coming, we already here. Year 3 of a rebuild, not a thing. The rebuild is over, and S.O.L officially died last night at 10:20 Central Time. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself. I made it home safe and each other. And as always, go Lions. Feels good to win, so let's keep doing it. Good night, everyone. I'm tired.